everybody.
Hi.
We're back and we're talking about bright and shiny new things for the new year. So we're talking about new tools, new apps, new features in some of your regular, sort of digital properties. And today we're going to talk about one that Jennifer is trying out, and it's called Clubhouse, and it's a new social media network. So Jen, tell us a little bit about Clubhouse.
All right. So Clubhouse is being talked about a lot, and it's either like yes or what is that? It's a new social media channel, kind of similar to like a Facebook or a Twitter, but I honestly don't look at it the same. There's no DMs, things like that. It is really, to me, a very great way to network with people. There's topics, you can join in topics in rooms. People can start a room with a topic and then you can jump in and listen. You can raise your hand to speak. A lot of people are doing panels. So I kind of see it as a modern version of a networking meeting.
But how is it different than from, say, like LinkedIn or some of the other social networks?
So it is, you can schedule talks and rooms ahead of time, but nothing is saved. So that's one thing that's interesting and kind of different is you also don't have a place that you write or put any type of updates. So you talk and you've got your bio, and people cannot even DM you. They can follow you. It links to your Twitter and to your Instagram. So I am seeing people that are increasing their Instagram followings that way. So if somebody can click over to Instagram and send you a DM, or click over to Twitter, but there's no actual DMs or updates there for you. It is just the jumping into a room or creating your own room and talking. There's no other type of content in there. It's all audio. There's no video.
So what's your favorite thing about this new channel?
I think it's fun and interesting. I think one thing that is very cool is the ability to, all the bios are searchable. So you can find other people in your industry, or an industry you want to learn about, or an industry that you want to pair up with someone, and you can follow those people. Find out when they're speaking, what rooms they're in, and it allows you to network with people that you wouldn't necessarily get to do geographically because they're not in your area. They wouldn't show up at your local networking meeting. And I think it's also filling a hole of, right now we can't go to conferences and things like that, of you being able to get together with others.
So who do you think would benefit the most from this? It sounds very business focused.
It is really business focused. I'm seeing kind of a variety. I'm seeing people that are experts going in and connecting and maybe finding like clients, but I'm also seeing a lot of classes, and some of it probably has to do with who I'm following, but there's quite a few like rooms of people talking about working with influencers or how to connect with brands. So I think that a lot of people are able to reach in there and kind of learn if you are like wanting to become an influencer or increase yourself in that space. I see a lot that are like how to, become a marketer, or how to take your business to the next level. I mean, there really are all kinds of topics. I kind of think about it as like you're at a conference and you're just walking down the hall and you see like this room is talking about masterminds, and this room is talking about influencers, and this one is talking about homeschooling, and this one's talking about marriage. I mean, the topics are so varied depending on who you follow. So I could see how people would be able to use it just networking for partners, how to practice their speaking, how to pick up clients. I can see it for a variety of uses.
What do you think its drawback is?
I think that one of the drawbacks, well, first of all, it is only on iOS right now. It is still in beta. And I know that there's a lot of pushback about that, of people feeling like it's being exclusive. I think that the builders are trying for a slow build and they're making a lot of adjustments. So it is only iOS. So Android is going to have to wait a little bit. It's also invite only. But as you go into rooms and you participate, you get more invites. You get an invite when you join, and then you get more as you go. And I think that that's a drawback for a lot of people being able to jump on and get in, but it's going to get easier as it goes along. And I think the other piece is that it doesn't save your information. I mean, with all of our clients, like we really try hard to repurpose content because it takes a lot of work to create content. And I think like any social media, it can also really be a time suck. Like you can get on there and just be on there for hours. So I think people being able to limit, because some of the rooms go on for 4 hours or a couple of days. Like they're not all succinct, like where you get in and you get out. And so I think it can, like anything on social, could be a time suck.
So I guess we'll have to see how it really evolves, whether they work it out enough to open it beyond the beta and to see if it will become more useful to people going on. But maybe it's just meeting the need that people have been craving, meeting one another, and Zoom has become like your work thing. All my work calls are on Zoom, so I want to go on Clubhouse and play.
Yes. I know women that I talk to really love it because they don't have to be camera ready and they can just talk, or people like to be able to listen in the car. They talk about it being similar to a podcast, but again, a podcast is something that you can save and you can go back and you can parse out pieces of it. And so I do think it will be interesting to see what happens, especially as more people come in. Is it going to get so busy that you've got 1,000 people in a room and you can't get your question answered or meet the people that you want to? Just how they'll handle the growth will be interesting.
Yeah. Well, this is exciting. And so I'm going to get on and start with Clubhouse. And I know, Jen, you've already done like a speaking gig on one of the rooms. So, we want to hear about your Clubhouse experience. And Jen has an invite or two.
I have 2 invites. Yes.
2 invites to give away. So the first 2 people who say, I want an invite, in the comments, she will give you an invite, and then come and find us on Clubhouse. In fact, we're probably going to do a room in a Clubhouse very soon near you.
Yeah, we definitely need to get on and do some chatting about influencers.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, okay, let's go and try out Clubhouse.
See you soon.